Good morning, fellow humans. Today is Thursday, the 9th of November, 2023. Getting right down to the end of the year. Here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple: to help you get from where you are to someplace better. That's it. No big deal. Good morning. Wada bevy. Hey. That's it, just to help you get from where you are to someplace better, from point A to point B, from Someday Isle to Successlandia. And I can promise you one easy way to do that is what you're doing, which is to be here watching this, or to watch it whatever time you're watching it during the day. If it's not 6 o'clock in the morning, it's some other time. Like, for example, Wada Bevy watches it at 9 a.m., but it's live. How could she be watching live at 9 a.m.? It's a mystery. Well, anyway, let's get started. So this is a 5-part podcast. Actually, I should reframe that. I should state that from now on to say this is 2 of 5 parts to prepare for the day, to help you on your journey. This is 2 parts. So we're going to do a breathing episode to prepare for the day, and we're going to plan for our day. We're going to talk about having an attitude of gratitude. We're going to talk about reviewing yesterday. And we're going to talk about projecting the day and going forward. Those 3 things you do after the podcast during this 10-minute-ish sort of, but not really podcast-y description down below with all of the good stuff. While you're at it, share, click, subscribe, thumbs up. You know the thing. Please do all that. Share this with people, because it's not enough just to do it yourself. You have to go out. You have to share it, because information wants to be free. Free. Okay. So first part is a breathing exercise. Prepare for the podcast. We do that by breathing. So we want to learn a breathing hack from Professor Andrew Huberman at Stanford, where it's a double intake and slower exhale. People ask me, why do we do this why do you have to explain it every day? Well, there's new people watching every day. And it needs to become part of your daily routine habit. You just do it automatically. It should get to the point where if you feel anxiety and you need energy, 2 quick, full inhales, get your lungs expanded as full as possible, and exhale. If you're feeling too much, you've got too much energy, you need to calm down. Same thing, but a long, slow exhale. Okay, so let's go. And you'll feel it. And then if you take a shot of coffee right after that, not too shabby. Have our book out, pen out to write things down. Second part of this podcast is an attitude of gratitude. You're going to do this after, but there are 3 parts to it, which I think I should add to the description down below. 3 parts. 1, ask yourself, or 1 is to write in your book, I am so happy and grateful now that. And I think we do have that part. Advice for me, 3 simple goals. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gratitude. Yes. Number 2, I'm so happy and grateful now that. Then turn it into a question. What am I so happy and grateful for right now? What am I so happy and grateful for right now? Then the 3rd step, turn your attention inward. Get used to listening to the other voice, or focusing on the other voices in your head. Do that. Go forward. Watch the things that are happening in your brain. Okay? And write them down. Write down a couple of them, things that you're so happy and grateful for. Okay, that's the second part of our 5-part podcast. Okay, but do that after. 3rd part is review yesterday. 4 questions. 4 questions. 1, how do I feel about yesterday? How do I feel right now when I think about yesterday? 1. 2, where did I exceed expectations? 3, where did I fall short of the mark? 4, what did I learn? Write those things in your book every day. Good. But do that after the podcast. Next thing, part 5, project and go forward and do it. So just like professional athletes, just like entertainers, see yourself doing the thing, work it out in your head, and then just go do it. And there's a technique that you can use where you project the day, getting ready, you say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, go do it. Okay. So that now leaves us with step 4, planning. Step 4, planning. What do we have on our rostrum today? Well, the theme of today is flip the paradigm flip. What? Flip the paradigm flip. We'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, there's a couple things that you want to get from where you are to someplace better. It's simple. Say, something great is going to happen to me today. Something great is going to happen to me today. Always look on the bright side of life. You're here. You have another opportunity to do good. You have another opportunity to be a true saint. Seek discomfort. Seek discomfort. Don't seek comfort. Seek discomfort. Life is suffering. Work to overcome it. Next, advice from an 80-year-old. Be brave. Even if you're not, pretend to be. No one can tell the difference. Then have your 3 simple goals for today. 3 things you know you're going to accomplish. 3 things you can accomplish. 6 important things to get done today. 6 important things to get done today. This is the stuff that you wrote down at the end of yesterday. And you're going to focus on those today. Let's see, what else do we got? Today is day 4 in week 1 of our online or of our 4-week course. So this is week 1, which is planning and preparation orientation of our 4-week course. If we're using the metaphor of a journey in a boat, and building a boat, it's to describe the journey, the purpose of the journey, why we're on a journey, have a boat. Why do we need to build the boat? Why do we need a crew on our boat? How do we make sure we don't crash on a high level? The next week, it's Inside My Skull-Sized Kingdom, which has to do with building the boat. Week 3, Outside My Skull-Sized Kingdom, which has to do with getting a crew on the boat. Week 4 is leadership, and that has to do with don't crash the boat on your way while you're on the journey. Well, don't crash the boat, period. How to complete the journey. Okay, so this is day 4, week 1. Yuval Harari talking about why humans control the planet. Very cool, very good stuff. That's the Daily Stoic, talking about what virtue means in the Roman world, not like here. Inc. magazine, very good, important one. 3 everyday phrases you might not realize are actually rude. Rude. Can you say rude? That's rude. Okay. How are we doing for time? 6:05. What? Oh, 9:08. All right. I think we can do this. Okay. Seth Godin, the paradigm flip. Paradigm shifts are appealing but rarely well executed. A paradigm is our mental model of the world. We're surrounded by people who share a similar model. And as long as the model is working, we live our lives without thinking much about it. So this fits in with Yuval Harari's talk. If you lived in a space station, the absence of gravity would be something you'd notice at all times, until one day you didn't. Technology and culture conspire to change the rules. When that happens, there are huge opportunities for those bold enough to imagine a different system. a mental model that isn't simply adjusted but rebuilt. Network TV was based on the paradigm of mass markets and the battle for the last few percentage points of share. Cable TV shifted that a bit because niche networks could find plenty of viewers to make a profit, and suddenly the smallest viable audience was a useful new way to build a media asset. MTV and ESPN couldn't have worked in a 3-channel world, but did fine with 40 channels. The real flip, though, comes from YouTube. Now it's about trying hard to add a few channels. It's about embracing the idea that there's an infinite number of channels, that a scarcity of spectrum isn't normal or useful. And no one from the world of network or cable TV understood this or did anything about it. They were focused on shifting, not flipping. Many of my colleagues and friends in the traditional publishing business are still wrestling with the print version of this. They have assets, reputation, and a bit of momentum. But instead of flipping to a new system, they're inching around a shift. In medicine, millions of lives have been saved by flipping paradigms. Germ theory, for example, and hand washing, or more recently, beta blockers for heart disease, or seeing the role of bacteria in ulcers. In this video, my friend Jonathan Sackner-Bernstein talks about his breakthrough work in reconsidering how Parkinson's actually works. Not a paradigm flip. Often, humanity is stuck with a culturally entrenched system that's difficult to change. But when we see an opportunity to contribute, the hard work is being willing to walk away from our reliance on how things were, instead of trying to make a small shift happen. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do here at Department of Career Services for Thriving Warrior, is we're trying to make small shifts happen. Trying to make small shifts happen because the paradigm does flip. So we need to flip the paradigm flip to be what? Make a small shift happen. All right, cool, great. Where are we at? 1 million minutes, 12 minutes and 47 seconds in. Let's wrap this up. What a bevy. Do you want to have a chat as I'm on the walk? Let's see, yesterday was a good day. We want to get forward in life, embrace the suck, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. With that, I'm going to say, and cut, boom. What? I did that too early. I'll try it again. And cut, boom.